Good morning, friends, and welcome to the second part of the episode featuring exclusive coverage of the women's delegation visit to Eicher's facility in Bhopal. For those watching these episodes for the first time, last year Eicher invited the first ever women transporters delegate to its Pitampur facility. This time, they chose to take the women to the Bhopal facility, which was a treat for the women delegation not only because this facility manufactures electric vehicles but also has an assembly line of electric vehicles that is managed entirely by women. This was built up to be a very exciting day for a number of reasons. Top of the list was that the day was to start with an interaction with Mr Vinod Aggarwal, which everyone was eagerly awaiting for. Later in the day, they were to drive the electric trucks and also interact with Ramesh Rajagopalan. Wondering why this interaction was important, the one with Ramesh Rajagopalan? Service is the most important component for any transporter after he buys a truck and is often a deciding factor for buying a truck. Over the years, Ramesh and his team have ensured that Eicher service levels are top notch and they are not only increasing their presence across India but also improving service standards constantly. The women sure had a lot of questions for Ramesh. The day started with an interaction with Mr Vinod Aggarwal which lasted over an hour. During this time, the women shared their journey and experiences with Mr Aggarwal, who not only lauded the efforts of the women in breaking the stereotypes but also encouraged them to do better and in the same breath ensured them that Eicher would always be supporting their journey. As we mentioned earlier, the bigger task than selling trucks is providing the aftermarket services, and Eicher has worked very hard on this aspect. Ramesh Rajagopalan had an engaging discussion with the women transporters, and post the discussion, which easily could have been a never-ending one, this is what he had to say.
We were just discussing how important it is to maintain the vehicle in a good condition, not to give the transporters the benefit of uptime. So majorly these trucks are to be maintained on time, and the right use of diesel, right use of the diesel exhaust fluid, and these are very essential because a lot of drivers are driving the vehicle. Sometimes they do not have the awareness that they should use the right quality of the fluids, which can lead to unplanned breakdowns. And this way, the transporters tend to lose a lot of their uptime. And as a OEM manufacturer of trucks, we always recommend and we train the drivers, and we give every time the vehicle comes for any service attention, we also use the right components, and we explain to the drivers and the fleet managers and to the transporters that the use of right fuel, right genuine parts, and this helps a long way in maintaining the vehicle, guaranteeing the uptime, and of course leading to a better profitable operation for you. In order to take care of the service needs for our transporters, we have a large network. We have over 1,000 touch points today as we speak. In the last 5 years, we have more than doubled. And every highways, every route we have mapped. And based on the traffic of trucks and buses going in these routes, we have planned our service network. And we also taken a lot of initiatives to ensure that the service technicians are capable and they are well trained. And all our dealership workshops are connected to us centrally. We administer them very closely. For any trucks which are waiting for repair or the trucks are getting delayed for repair, we proactively monitor them, and we ensure that the spare parts are relevant spare parts are always available, and we constantly monitor the availability of parts so that one of the basic needs is a good technician, a good infrastructure, and right spare parts should be available all the time. So we are putting all the efforts to ensure that this combination is always maintained, and hence the turnaround time in the workshop from the gate in to gate out, we very closely monitor. So that way we want to give the best benefit to the customer in terms of uptime. And we also have a 24/7 support system for any breakdowns. We run a centralized uptime center. We speak several Indian languages for any drivers could talk to us in their local language. And we provide remote diagnostics in case there is a vehicle which is in the workshop and the technicians are not able to solve the problem. And we have a system where the technicians can directly log into our call center, where technicians, trained engineers are there, they will help the workshop technician to fix the problem immediately. So that way we are not dependent only on one technician who has limited knowledge sometimes, but we put a collective wisdom behind this so that the trucks are back on road in the shortest possible time. So these are some of the initiatives we take to ensure the best uptime in the industry.
The interaction with Ramesh was followed by another very engrossing one with Srinivas Balantrapur, the Chief Operating Officer, and Vimal Mulchandani, the Executive Vice President, Manufacturing Operations. And now was the opportunity everyone was super excited about, driving the electric trucks. We will hit the test track with the women on the other side of this very short break. You are watching Eicher Presents Nayi Soch, Naye Raaste, a Trans India exclusive.
अरे वाह, आज सिर्फ 2 मिनट 23 सेकंड लेट।
हमेशा टाइम पे, ये कैसे पॉसिबल है?
दिन भर डिलीवरी के बाद भी फूलों की तरह इतना फ्रेश, ये कैसे पॉसिबल है?
भाई साहब,
अरे जब तक आप बता दो।
8 घंटे की शिफ्ट, 132 किलोमीटर और बाकी डिटेल्स आपको ईमेल कर दी।
सारा हिसाब ऐप पर, ये कैसे पॉसिबल?
अरे भाई एक्सपर्ट है
तो पॉसिबल है।
Introducing Eicher Pro X, an electric first SCV co-created with experts. Expert है तो possible है।
Welcome back to Eicher Presents Nayi Soch, Naye Raaste, a Trans India exclusive. While all women drive cars, most of them had never driven a truck. In fact, prior to the first visit at the Pithampur facility, none of them had driven a truck. They were nervous but absolutely pumped up to get on the wheel of the vehicle that drives their business. If seeing a truck being manufactured was exciting, getting to drive one was a next level high. Here are excerpts from the test track and the women's reactions after driving the electric trucks.
Hi, I'm Reema Kothari from Reema Transport, and I have come to VE Eicher Bhopal plant. And today I drove a Pro X EV vehicle, and the experience was incredible. I just thought I was driving a passenger vehicle. This is my second visit in, I've visited the Pithampur plant, and this is the first time I've come to Bhopal. But I can tell you the EV experience was excellent. It was so simple. I went up the hill. They have a testing track where I went up the hill. I pressed the brake, and it was so simple to lift the car up again. So thank you, Eicher, for giving me this opportunity and to drive the vehicle. The experience was incredible. Thank you.
हाय आई एम हरिंदरपाल कौर फ्रॉम नॉर्दर्न कार्गो सर्विस कोलकाता। मैंने आइशर की ईवी गाड़ी को अभी जस्ट ड्राइव किया है। ये गाड़ी बहुत स्मूथ है, बहुत इजी टू ड्राइव है। ऐसे फील ही नहीं हुआ कि आप एक गाड़ी ट्रक को चला रहे हो, ऐसे लग रहा था आप छोटी गाड़ी को चला रहे हो। मुझे लगता है कि अगर दिस इज़ द फ्यूचर फॉर ट्रांसपोर्ट, सो हमें ईजीली इन फ्यूचर इन गाड़ियों पे विमेन ड्राइवर्स मिल जाएंगे। तो ये हमारी इंडस्ट्री के लिए, ट्रांसपोर्ट इंडस्ट्री के लिए एक ब्लेसिंग है। थैंक यू आयशा for giving me this opportunity.
Today we had an amazing experience driving these trucks at Eicher in Bhopal. So it's really an amazing experience. So it's my first hands-on experience on a truck. So I really enjoyed driving this because I felt that as if I'm driving a car. Like I felt it so comfortable, and the drive is very smooth, and the pickup of these EV vehicles are awesome. So you feel totally stress-free when you're driving these trucks. And I always watch for these EV vehicles of Asia. So, and I'm very happy that VZV has given me such an opportunity of driving these trucks.
Hi, I'm Vandana Laddha. I'm from Indore, Shivani Carriers Private Limited. Honestly speaking, this is the first time when I sat in a truck. And it was an amazing experience. यहाँ पे मैंने अपने खुद ट्रक ड्राइव की और मैंने फील किया कि जो ईवी है और आइशर की छोटी ट्रक्स हैं वो इतनी कंफर्टेबल है, as comfortable as like driving a car. Today is the superb day for me when I drive the truck.
Hi, my name is Hetal Somaiya and I'm from Rajesh Road Lines Private Limited. So this was the first time actually I drove an EV, वो भी truck. So it was a great experience, and we did a test drive here only in the Eicher's ka plant, and it was great. It was genuinely very great. I had a great experience. मैंने पहली बार चलाया था a truck, and there was one patch where I was very skeptical कि मेरे से होगा कि नहीं होगा, but because of this I could do it easily.
Hello everybody, I am Iccha Gupta from Pan India Logistics. So this is my first time driving an electric vehicle itself. वो भी एक commercial vehicle चलाई है, mini truck. So it was a wonderful experience. It didn't feel like मैं पहली बार EV चला रही हूँ. तो thank you to Eicher for giving us this opportunity. It was great, and I loved it and have had lots of fun. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nikita Garodia from Anba Logistics. This was my first time ever driving a truck, and I honestly did not feel it during the entire ride. मतलब ऐसे लग रहा था that I'm just driving my own SUV at home. इतनी smooth थी. Even when we went up the slope, my biggest fear and biggest complaint from drivers is always कि electric vehicle का pickup नहीं आता है slope पे. But जबकि मैंने ठीक से इतना accelerator भी नहीं किया था, but फिर भी वो चढ़ गई. So it was an amazing experience to see how smooth, even the steering, the way it was moving and gliding. Like at no point did I feel like, I had to put a lot of pressure or exert myself too much. So I think really fabulous the job that Eicher has done creating this truck, and very excited for more drivers also to try this. And now I think we can all confidently say that we've driven the truck ourselves to experience it. So big thank you to the Eicher team, and absolutely amazing experience. I'm Anuradha Nijhawn from Anand Trans Logistics based out of Chennai, and thank you Eicher Motors for having us here, and an all women's team over here, which is the most amazing experience. And ये गाड़ी चलाई बिल्कुल साउंडलेस थी and बहुत ही comfortable थी, and एक चीज़ जो बहुत अच्छी लगी, इसमें रेड सीट बेल्ट्स हैं, विच इज़ लाइक क्लियरली बहुत विजिबिलिटी आती है कि आदमी ने सीट बेल्ट लगाई है या नहीं. ये बहुत अच्छा लगा इसमें. बाकी चलाने में बहुत बढ़िया गाड़ी है, वेरी नाइस, थैंक यू सो मच।
मेरा नाम गुंजन शर्मा है फ्रॉम दी सोनम ट्रांस सॉल्यूशन प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। और ये आज मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम गाड़ी ड्राइव की है, ना मैंने कभी कार ड्राइव किया था ना मैंने ट्रक ड्राइव किया था। इट इज़ माई फर्स्ट जर्नी फॉर आइसर मोटर की तरफ से। और थैंक यू सो मच कि उनने इतना अच्छा कस्टमाइज़ किया है। ये एक लड़की कोई भी गाड़ी चला सकती है, इट्स अ वेरी ईजी। ये एक कार की तरह ही गाड़ी ड्राइव है पूरा, इट्स अ वेरी ईजी। उसके ब्रेक बहुत अच्छे हैं, उसका पिकअप बहुत अच्छा है, it's a too much good.
Hi, I'm Deepshikha, part of Volvo Eicher, and it was an amazing experience to drive this beauty. And what was more experiential was to put yourself in the shoes of the driver, how comfortable it was. I never ever thought that I could drive a truck with this much ease, and it is amazing. It gives me a sense of pride to be associated with this Pro X. Thank you.
And telling us more about the trucks, its applications and special features is Bhagwan, the Executive Vice President, Strategic Planning, Brand and Communication, and also the driving force behind the women's trip to the facility. Let's hear it from Bhagwan. So Bhagwan, this is Eicher's electric first entry into the small commercial vehicle space. How did this thought come about and how significant is this vehicle?
So Girish, thank you for having us here, and very welcome to Bhopal, which is the latest of our factories where in an industry 4.0 setting, we manufacture this Eicher Pro X, which we launched at Bharat Mobility just a couple of months ago in an all-electric avatar. The Eicher Pro X represents Eicher's entry into the small commercial vehicle space. And it's a space that we have been very close to. We are, after all, market leaders in the 5 to 18 ton space, and it was natural for us to kind of come in with solutions that appeal to customers in this rapidly evolving segment of the market, where urbanization and the needs from modern Indian cities demand solutions that are developed for it. So our electric first Eicher Pro X is a solution for this space, and it of course caters to loads up to 3.5 tons.
And given that this caters to the last mile delivery also, do you think that this would have a significant growth prospect in the years to come?
It's a large market segment. So the category, the segment up to 3.5 tons is a large market segment, and it has remained a large segment for some time. So yes, we are entering a large market segment.
So Bhagwan, while we were touring the plant, we saw that the facility was manned by an all-women group.
Yeah.
Now, how conscious was that decision?
So our effort is to make trucking and truck manufacturing and manufacturing in general more inclusive. And this product philosophy in the Eicher Pro X carries all the way back to how it's designed, with the driver and the operator in mind, while giving a good output and a good outcome for the customer, and also then carries back into how it is manufactured. So this product, the Eicher Pro X, is a consequence of a lot of decisions that we've taken to be inclusive in our manufacturing and operation process. We've done a lot of work in this cab to actually address the needs of drivers in this category, people who work very hard and drive in congested urban areas, by giving them an industry-leading turning radius, so that reduces what we would call driving fatigue. Turning a steering wheel all the time is hard work, so that's what the Eicher Pro X takes care of. I'll later on show you some stuff that we've done inside the cab to also provide the driver a truly comfortable environment so that they can work from there. And we know that a comfortable driver is a safe driver, a productive driver, and somebody that obviously, it's obviously something that they deserve.
And Bhagwan, while women have made this vehicle, do you think, given the comfort, given the ease, and the EV portion of it, will this also attract more women drivers to come into this
Absolutely.
field?
I think first of all, let's take a step back into the manufacturing process. So the Eicher Pro X is built on a line, a final assembly line, which is then staffed exclusively by women. So everybody from the person putting the wheels on to the person quality checking it at the very end is a woman, and the line is led by women, and obviously we've done a lot of work to accommodate, so to speak, the unique characteristics of this demographic into our production systems. For instance, where you kind of pick up material, at what height do you assemble it. All of these things have been addressed by our manufacturing leadership to make sure that, it's something that works for them. Coming to your question on whether this would be a great opportunity for women drivers, absolutely, I think it is. It's a segment where people come home every night because these trucks operate primarily to distribute last mile stuff. So it's an opportunity for Indian trucking to be more attractive to women and to attract them. Then the beauty of electric, of course, and the Eicher Pro X is that it's, of course, an automatic transmission.
Right.
So comfort for the driver, coupled with a lot of features that come in the product, obviously, and the application cycle, make it very well suited for women.
And now can we peep into the vehicle and see some of the features?
Absolutely. Let me show you. Very welcome to the inside of the cab, Girish. The first thing you will notice is a space.
Absolutely.
Right? If you look below, it's a flat floor, and we don't even have the gearbox on the floor, which means that you can actually slide through and kind of operate across the cab's width. Okay, reasonable amount of leg space. Yes. The driver is comfortable. Actually, I myself will probably pull the seat a little bit forward to kind of comfortably steer and manage, right? So a lot of space to back off the seat and run the cab. The other thing we've done is we've taken care of the driver in terms of providing a flat kind of seating area, right? And we've done small things like, for instance, taking the handbrake out of the middle. So let's say you're driving in the city and you get an hour in the afternoon to rest. You can lie down inside this cab without having the handbrake kind of, poke into your back, right? A small thing, but something that's meaningful for the driver, right? Similarly, if you look at safety, important for us. So if a truck's exiting a warehouse, the guard at the warehouse can actually see whether the driver is seat belted because we got a red seat belt. Right, a small thing again, but something that allows for people to check what's there, right? Then I mentioned about the steering wheel, which allows which controls the best-in-class steering circle diameter. And I think that just the comfort and the feel of the cab and what's inside is what we think would appeal to people who have to deliver in the city. We spoke about women drivers. Obviously, as an electric vehicle comes with automatic transmission, so makes life easier in terms of how it can be driven and the effort required to be put in there. We think that small things like these, storage space. Right, enough storage space for somebody making deliveries on a daily basis to keep their notepad or tablet even these days, right? To make sure that they kind of report back on a real time basis that a parcel has been delivered to a house, so to speak, right? So all those things are there in this vehicle, in this cab, and it's the whole vehicle, obviously, including the cab, is designed ground up, and it's obviously a new product, which of course comes from the house of Eicher and carries the legacy of our Pro series, which truly stands for driving modernization in the Indian commercial vehicle industry.
So Bhagwan, while this is a non-AC version, what different versions do you have, and do you have an AC version as well?
Yeah, we do. Okay. So we have different options, and the reason for that is that when customers buy trucks, they obviously operate them in different places on different routes. So we have provided customers with the opportunity to optimize the Eicher Pro X to their specific needs. Okay. So we have multiple kind of levels of options available in terms of what customers can choose from, including 2 different battery sizes. Okay. So customers who have slightly longer lead lengths can choose a higher capacity battery, so that they can kind of run on one charge. Right. While customers who don't require that lead length but could carry a smaller, lighter battery, which means that they could carry more load. Right. So these are commercial vehicles, and customers require to solve for their problems, and that's what we are for.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Bhagwan. These 2 days were all about learning, sharing experiences and forming a bond. Eicher has struck a chord with all these women transporters, and even if they don't buy trucks from Eicher, there is a mutual respect for what everyone is doing for the ecosystem. We feel privileged to get the opportunity to bring women under the limelight and are thankful to Eicher for leading this initiative. And let me tell you, after the first trip, all of these women have been in close contact with each other. They have been helping each other, working with each other, forming alliances, and there is something more which is beyond business. While we wrap up this episode, we are already planning something for the women transporters very soon. We will keep you updated on the same. You have been watching Eicher presents Nai Soch, Naye Raaste, a Trans India exclusive. Until next week, stay safe and drive safe. Jai Hind.
कभी सोचा अगर किसी दिन सब कुछ रुक गया तो इन छोटी छोटी खुशियों पे लाइफ पे ब्रेक लग गया तो किसी ने तो जिम्मेदारी ली होगी कि सब स्मूथली चलता रहे। कोई ऐसा जो ऐसे स्टीयरिंग थामे हैं कि हम ना रुके। जो वक्त से आगे की सोच रखता हो, नए रास्ते बनाता हो। शुक्र है जिंदगी की ड्राइविंग सीट पे कोई तो बैठा है, क्योंकि जब हम चलेंगे तो दुनिया चलेगी। आइशर के साथ रहिए 24/7 कनेक्टेड, ताकि ना आपका बिजनेस रुके, ना लाइफ, नई सोच, नए रास्ते।